Hi everyone. I want to share an update on my container gardening project. I want to begin by sharing a little bit of personal stuff that's going on in my life right now. I'm in the midst of intensive physiotherapy, and it's been plagued with setbacks and having to keep figuring out how to overcome the shortcomings of my body so I can try to gain as much quality of life as is possible. My dad is also palliative because of liver cancer. And there's a few other heavy things going on in my life right now. I wanted to do something this year that was going to be easy, that would take my mind off of the stresses of life that I'm dealing with right now, and at the same time would encourage more independence and hopefully improve my quality of life. So I did some container gardening way back in the spring just to see if I could manage it and what kind of results I would get. I want to talk specifically about my tomato plants in this video. So I germinated 10 seeds in my home. These seeds were from a tomato growing kit I bought at a local dollar store. Only one of the seeds did not germinate. I gave 3 of the seedlings, when they're about this tall, to a neighbor of mine. They died about 2 weeks later. I put off transplanting the rest of the tomatoes as long as it was possible, but I ended up with plants, that were like this, and they needed to get out of my kitchen window. So I got these containers, about like this, and planted them on my picnic table after filling the buckets with dirt. So the keys of this: the tomato plants need lots of light, they need daily watering, and the harvest time is about 3 weeks longer than you would expect if they're in the ground. It has worked. I had my first cherry tomato back 2 days ago after I finished my physiotherapy that day. I have literally hundreds of little cherry tomatoes that are going to be ripe in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So the keys of this have been frequent watering, lots of sunlight, and having a growing season that is longer than normal. I want to assure you that the container gardening for tomatoes worked. And even though I use a wheelchair, it's something that I can expand upon in future years. So you could set up your tomatoes on one side of a patio sliding door. You could set them up in a bay window, that faces the street at the front of your home. You could put them under a light that's on, when you're watching TV in the evening, so they have lots of light. And then I would just experiment from there. You will need some type of supports because of the plant's girth and width, and then height. Tomatoes need space. But it's been very successful. So I want to encourage anyone who's in a wheelchair to experiment with container gardening and see what you come up with. The worst case is you spend a few dollars on seeds and some pots and you don't get much fruit or vegetables. But for the relaxation, for the peace of mind, for being able to promote your independence, it's been very much worth it. Financially speaking, it's so much cheaper for me to go get a tomato off the plant than to go buy them at the grocery store. So it means eating healthier, which of course is a concern when you're on a fixed income and with the economic climate that we're currently in. I'm actually going to try to bring the tomato plants inside this winter just to see if they'll keep producing fruit. Worst things that happen is that the season ends and the plants die. I've got a year's worth of tomatoes off of them. I don't know what will happen, but I'm interested in this. I'm really enjoying it, and it's kind of neat just to have, see what's growing that I'm able to take care of. I hope you're having a good day today. Bye for now.